finna be a doozy. Alright, so if you guys don't know, I recently had a Q&A. Not recently. Okay, about 2 months ago, I did a Q&A, and one of the questions asked if I was still playing basketball this year, and I said no. And I got a whole lot of comments and a lot of people that came up to me and asked me, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? And I always would tell them, like, straight up, short answers, because, I just don't really have time to sit there and explain all that. But now, I got all the time in the world, and I can just explain it to a camera and then put it up, and everybody can see it, and I don't gotta say it 1,000 times. To start the story off, we're gonna start it last year, freshman year in the summer, and summer practice has started, summer workouts or whatever. And it was my first time, I'm still a freshman, so I was really nervous. I got in there, and with my friend Eric, and we went to practice, and it was terrible. I couldn't get anything right at all. Like, I couldn't even dribble the ball that day. It was terrible. I mean, garbage. The thing about it was, the coach that we have now wasn't originally the coach we were supposed to have. Like, the one we met at orientation was this really tall white guy that had played somewhere. He played overseas or whatever, and he seemed like he knew what he was doing. He came from some prestigious school, and he left. He quit right after freshman orientation because he saw no potential. So it was this, this new coach that came in. We walk in, we see this tall, bald, big belly dude. He looked kind of like I don't even know. Kind of reminded me of like a dark Bob the Builder, maybe like a big Teletubby. I don't know. He seemed a little off. I was like, whatever. I really want to work hard. I want to play. And then found out the dude was crazy. Like, the punishments he used to give us when we would mess up. We got to run down the court 10 times, 60 seconds. That wasn't that bad. Till, we had to start doing it with weights. And then had to start bear crawling down the court or bear crawling backwards down the court. That stuff was a little, okay, yeah, that's a little cuckoo. And we would get, like, the elastic bands, and people would hold us back. We had to dribble down the court, do different stuff. That was, okay, that was really cool. And then the school year started, whatever. So school starts, and we got conditioning. So I was like, okay, it's kind of weird, because he said he wasn't going to do conditioning. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just like another level for practice. He's just hiding it, whatever. Because he was a really cool coach. Like, even though he's crazy, he's one of the coolest coaches ever to sit down and talk to. He told stories. He was funny. He understood, but when it came to basketball, he was a little crazy. So anyway, conditioning came around, and that was hell. Basically, the stuff we did at conditioning was about, a mile, 2 miles for warm-ups. Then we ran about 10 100-meter races with weights. And then we'd go onto the field, and we'd have to hold somebody's feet, and they'd have to walk down and back the football field and, switch, do the same thing. Then we'd go, and we have to run with people on our backs. Then we would go and jump hurdles. Then we go under the hurdles. Then we go up to like the bleachers and bear crawl backwards up the stairs. Yes, it's possible. Then we would go ahead, and sometimes we'd go inside, or we'd have to run 400-meter races, about 5 or 6, and you got to make it in a certain amount of time, or you're just going to keep running. Now, all of this was back to back to back, and it was pretty much just a way to get people to quit. Like, we started with about, I want to say 30, 40 people and ended with 17, 18. So that was just really to get away people to quit. So we thought it was going to end, and we were wrong. Conditioning went on until the last day of trials. It was a 3-day trial. The first 2 were the conditioning, so it was easy for all of us. All the other people trying out just couldn't make it. Then the last day was for like actually playing. And the people that came all summer, like me, didn't even have to try out. We pretty much made it up to the 3rd day. We didn't have to play to see if we would make it. So anyway, season starts up. I'm excited, we get back to practicing with the ball. Everybody's excited or whatever. And first day, we got about 45 people on all 3 teams, JV, freshman, and varsity. At this time, I started practicing with the JV because varsity was pretty full with seniors. So I was like, okay, whatever, who cares? JV's not that bad for a freshman. So then, yeah, that was happening. Second day of practice comes around. We're practicing to about 8 o'clock every night, so 4 hours of practice every day. And we get to that second day of practice, and our team shrunk from 45 to 35. And everybody off. So anyway, we just kept going because it's like, whatever. We got the freshman coach finally came in because he was coaching football, and he was pretty good. He was trying to see who was running the team, and, I was starting point guard at the time, so I was, loud, just screaming really loud. Even if I didn't understand what was going on, just talk loud. Communication show, all right, I got this, I got it going on, I know what's up. So anyway, so after all this crazy stuff, finally the first game, so I'm excited. Played most of the game, lost by 6. We lost like at the very end. It was whatever. Anyway, that's besides the point. Me and my friend Erica got in trouble because we started screaming each other on the court. And freshman coach was like, all right, I'm going to tell Coach Austin about it. So we were just like, bro. You know how crazy all his punishments are. So, and that's just for when we mess up. We yelled at each other in the game. So it was like, oh, great. It's going to be fun. And he actually forgot about it. Practice went on as usual. And then I got hurt. We were playing softball in PE. And I was running and I stopped on the plate. And my whole foot, like my toes here, back of my foot here, and my foot went like that. And I bruised my bone. I was out for about a week. Came back and they demoted me all the way down and put me like basically stopped talking to me after that. He didn't really care about us after that. It was just like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna focus on varsity because varsity was losing. Varsity went 3-21, 3-20, something like that. Anyway, after all that, we get more towards the end of the season where everybody's just tired. We don't want to run no more. We're tired of him, tired of all this stuff we had to do. I'm talking about we ran every day. I want to say we ran that court 80 times from punishment, and then we would also scrimmage. And like if we messed up in the middle of the scrimmage, you stop, run, and then go right back to the scrimmage. Maybe one water break if you're lucky. If you're lucky. Now in the summer we didn't get no water breaks. It wasn't like that. We had about a 6-hour practice and we didn't get water breaks. It's just now we're towards more the end of the season and people are really avoiding him because you know he's a pretty big dude. He a little scary. Like he's a little scary looking and he sounds scary. He kind of talks like this. Hey man, why you do that, man? Man, get out, man. You know we kind of really stayed away from him, and now the problems really started after the season was over. So we're about end of the school year, and we start up conditioning again. And I originally was not going to go, but I had already paid because we were going to some colleges over the summer to go play their camp. So I was like, okay, I have to. I'm just going to ride it out here. And this had been in my mind for a while. I was like, okay, I don't want to really play no more for this dude. It's not fun anymore. All we do is run. We just get yelled at, and he don't even talk to me no more. I went from being like one of his favorite hardest workers or whatever to apparently I became lazy, even though I was on the front for most of the stuff we did. So I got kind of tired of that. So we're going to condition, then we start going to the colleges, and that was a mess. I'm talking about everything was unorganized. We could not figure anything out until we actually got there. And it was just like in the beginning of the season when we paid for all of our stuff, like we paid for bags, shoes, and all that. And then we got it at the end of the season. We finally got to the colleges, and my playing time was cut like in half all the way to the bottom. It was terrible. You know, I was playing on JV, and I was doing pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a great player. I'm not even really that much of a decent player, but I can handle myself. You know, if time comes to be, I'm probably better outside. You know, 1-on-1 than on a full team. I was more assists than scores, but I helped the team either way. So on top of that, we were getting our ass beat. So then certain games, he wouldn't even put me in, and I was like, bro, I ain't paying no $300 or whatever to come to these colleges to not play. It's just not gonna happen. Hate to tell you. So that started to set me off. He started tripping, and then it got to the point where he got so mad that like he wouldn't even coach. He would just sit there quiet, and we coached. Like his favorite player coached the team, and we won. So that was weird. And then he would send me mixed messages. Like one time he walked up to me and he just smiled and shook my hand, and I was like, okay, all right. And then when we left, he was like, I'm proud of y'all. Like when we were leaving the college, he was like, I'm proud of y'all, whatever. But even though he hadn't even been talking to us, he'd be yelling at us. And I was like, whoa, I just can't play basketball anymore. As a dude, as a guy, he was cool. Like when we were out of games and stuff, he was real cool. But in the games, man, anything you did was terrible, wrong. It was just like, all right, you know what? And then that fear kind of drove into you. It's like, all right, I can't do this no more, bro. I just couldn't do it. And then something that really set it off, it was after the colleges, we went to the practice, and he like forgot who I was. He had been talking about in a little group chat that we had how excited he was to get back to practice, and then I got there and he would just take me out and wouldn't even put me back in the scrimmage and would just sit there, and I was like, really got on my nerves. And the thing that put like the cherry on top, the thing that got me to the point when everybody asked, if I was playing this year, I said no, was the fact that school year started back up this school year, sophomore. You know, I've been with him for a whole year in Loyola, and all I did was go there and work hard, and never complain. And then I saw him in the hallway, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, coach?" Because I had stopped coming to the practices in the summer. It was like 2-3 weeks before school, and I had stopped coming to the practices because, you know, I got a job. That's really my short answer for why I quit. I got a job, and I got, you know, I actually got bills that I got to pay and stuff. I got stuff I got to do. So I saw him, and I was like, "What's up, coach?" And I was avoiding him at first, not gonna lie. I was avoiding him most of the school year until I came face to face with him. Like, we ran into each other in the corner, and I was just like, "Oh, what's up, coach?" And he was like, "Man, how you know me, man?" Like, smirking like it was funny. And I was just kind of like, "All right, never mind." And I just walked away. Because, come on, bro. Like, a whole year? I was with you for a whole year, bro. And you don't remember my name? All right, you got it, bro. You got it. You know what, bro? You got it. So anyway, after that, every time somebody asked me, you know, you playing this year? I was like, no. Why? Long story. Just one of the main reasons I got a job. He was pretty disrespectful to me in the first place, and it stopped being fun. You know, basketball. I've been playing basketball since I was 3 years old, and it was still to the fact that it was like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, I don't even like it anymore. I like playing outside with my friends. So I still go out there and hoop with my friend. But Jesus, man. Jesus. But yeah, I hope you guys really did enjoy that video. You know, it was a quick story time. I had to put it up again late in the week, and I had to, you know, give y'all that weekly dose, that weekly dose. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys really did like that video, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, share it to all your friends. You know, go check out all my other videos if you haven't already. Go follow me on my social media so y'all can keep up with me and know when videos are coming up. Be right there. Also, you can go ahead and hit the bell so you know when they come. Like, you get a message right when they come. You know, so like, hit that bell. It's that simple. Like, yeah, I'll see y'all later.